So let us begin on the journey of Rajayoga. The first awareness is the whole subject of who am I? It's a question that philosophers have explored for centuries, millennia. But still, today, if I ask myself the question, who am I? What is the answer that I get? Is it the answer of just those things related to my physical identity? And there's plenty of those. There's the identity at home. I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm the son, I'm the daughter, whatever it may be. But is this who I am? Is that my only identity? And you'll agree it's not. We have lots of different identities outside our family, outside our physical home. Or is it something to do with my career, my profession? Maybe I'm a housewife. Maybe I'm an engineer, a doctor, a businessman, whatever it may be. But again, surely I existed before I became involved in business or in medicine or even looking after a home. So that can't really be my true identity. And I have other identities apart from that anyway. In my social life, I may be a friend to some, I may be a colleague to others, I may be just simply a sports companion. I play tennis with somebody, I play cricket with somebody, whatever it may be. And so what is my identity? If I were to look at all these different aspects of my life, does that explain to anyone who I truly am? I don't think so. It doesn't give them any indication of my true nature, who I am as a person, as an individual. It doesn't put across any of these ideas. And so, what are all these other things that seem to be invisible? I'm not able to see them, but definitely they're there, they're real. And all those invisible aspects of my own inner being are actually the aspects that genuinely reflect who I am. And so there's something apart from the external, which is internal, invisible, and maybe I need to explore that. And in that exploration, I'll find that probably this is very true, that there's a being inside which is connected with somehow my thoughts, my feelings, my memory, my experiences, my conscience, my personality. All of these things are hidden from view. Think about an iceberg, and only this much is visible. 1/10 is visible. 9/10 is not visible. Same thing. I meet you, and I instantly put you into a compartment. All sorts of labels, gender, age, color, religious tradition, religious background. These are just a few of the labels with which we identify people and put them into boxes, which actually is not right at all. I can't really know the personality of somebody just simply by gender. There may be a woman who's extremely strong and courageous, and we would say, well, you know, she's one of a kind. But no, there are many women who can be brave and strong and courageous. And equally, there may be a man who excels at all the things he's doing in the world out there, but he's also incredibly compassionate, very, very kind, very, very gentle. And so again, can you put that into a box or a category? Or you'll say, well, you don't find many like that. But in fact, you can. And so my point is that putting people into a box doesn't really work. And so all these external boxes that we tend to tick off in our minds don't tell us anything about the human being. We see the human form, but that's only the external identity. 9/10 are beneath the skin. The skin doesn't tell you very much. And anyway, it's only 1/18 of an inch. Peel off the skin, and what is there within? Then those differences of the external experience really make no difference in any way at all. So we are human, and as humans, we are all the same. Start off on the same footing. And then when we come to the being is very, very different. Each being is highly individual, absolutely unique. You will not find two beings who are identical. Their experiences make them different. Their nature, their preferences, their habits, all sorts of things are absolutely unique. Think about nature. Can you go to a tree and find two leaves which are identical? Probably not. You can try. It'll occupy a lot of your time, and if that's what you're looking for, good luck, that's fine. But each leaf is individual. It's only factory manufactured things that are identical. Nothing in life, nothing organic is identical. It really isn't. And so two beings who are human beings are vastly different in everything that they contain. The ingredients are the same, but the combination of those ingredients are vastly different. So for example, yes, every being has a conscious mind, every being has a personality, every being has conscience, but you can see how even between two beings, one will say this is right, and the other will say, well, I'm not quite sure. Maybe in these circumstances you say it's right, but maybe in other circumstances you would have to say it's wrong. And maybe those nuances of differences in the way in which we perceive things, experience things, understand things, all of these things are what make the individual absolutely unique. And so the exploration is to go on this journey within and feel the inner being separate to the physical form, the physical body. We would say that the soul is the driver and the body is the vehicle, the chariot, that the soul uses to express itself and to gain information from the world out there and to absorb that information. Is it possible for me to experience this difference between the human being and then the separation of soul and body? Yes, of course it is. It's a matter of consciousness. And we can experiment with this idea and feel the difference between the physical form and the inner being. So let's experiment with this journey of meditation, and I'll share my own thoughts and invite you to follow these ideas and see what happens. And don't expect fireworks, don't expect miracles, but it's a gentle journey to come to that awareness of the inner being.